Joining us here in our studio now is author and broadcast and friend of the Royals, Kathy Lette. Kathy, good to see you. Thanks for your time this morning.
Oh, it's so sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Were you here when the coffin went
It was,
by?
yeah. We made this point a little bit earlier. It was we were all standing here and watching it, and it was so quiet out there as the car drove past. It mirrored the scenes in Scotland, really, and that's what makes it even more powerful. And I'm sure it's going to be the same tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, it's fascinating that 94% of the world's population have only known the Queen.
Yeah.
And there's only 130,000 people in Britain, older than the Queen. So when I say she's sewn into our psyche, well, that's the reason why. She looked so well, didn't she? I mean, that's the other thing. Why we're still in shock is when she met her 50th British Prime Minister, that day she was all perky, and we honestly thought she was going to be writing herself a 100th birthday card.
I thought she would get
happy
that.
100th birthday, So I don't think it's kind of sunk into everybody quite yet.
It's not a surprise that along every stage of this journey from Balmoral that literally thousands of people have turned out, and it hasn't always been easy for them. They've lined up for hours, they've stood in the blazing sun, they're here in the rain here outside Buckingham Palace. But Kathy, you know London and the British culture so well. You say she's sewn into the psyche, but there are a lot of people in tears that have never met her, and they are feeling the gravity of this moment. Do you think people feel a little bit lost?
Well, good point. First of all, I would say that the new research out today says that at least half the British population have cried, men included. I think there's also a great sense of nostalgia because, we hark back to a time when we imagined that, in the Queen's era, you could fix everything by putting the kettle on and having a cuppa. That idea that it was a simpler world. It wasn't really. But also Britain is going through huge upheaval at the moment.
Yeah.
We've had the Tory Party imploding. We've got this cost of living crisis where people are choosing between heating and eating, and now the death of a beloved monarch. So no wonder people are feeling disorientated. It just makes complete sense.
You were lucky to meet her 10 times?
Yeah, about 10
over the
times.
years.
Yeah. Wow,
Kathy.
Most famously, you were wearing the corgi suit.
That's right.
Can you just share with us some reflections and some thoughts on your meetings with that? There we go. There.
Look at the guy on the left. Look at his eyebrows.
They're great eyebrows.
Put me in the tower.
And there's the new king.
Yes. Well, I can't tell you what we were discussing, but we might have been a slight mention of crown jewels at some stage. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, was it rude? Was it a rude?
Oh, maybe. Oh, look, there you are. Look, almost like a family album. I can tell you about the Queen. I mean, a lot's been said about her stoicism and her tenacity, but she was very witty and twinkly and an incredibly good mimic. I mean, apparently she would have everyone, all her family members, rolling with laughter every night, sending us
Look
up.
at, she's laughing at you here, so, right?
What did she say about it?
Well, if you can see what I'm wearing, I've got this little suit on with corgis on it. Then they've got tiaras with diamantes sewn onto them.
Yeah.
And I just happened to have it because when I was doing some broadcasting for Wills's wedding, I got this little suit made to make things more colourful. And we were all going down to Buck House for a bit of a barbie. And I thought, I'll wear the corgi suit. So there's not many times you can wear it.
Yeah.
And I stood in front of the Queen and said, I hope you like this suit. I'm wearing it just for you. Although I'm slightly worried that one of your corgis might mate with my leg. and that's when there was this kind of asthmatic, gasp from the equerries saying, what is that? She can't talk to the Queen like that.
Yeah.
But she just burst out laughing and said, oh, Philip, do come and have a look. It's right.
That's beautiful. Tell me about their relationship. I know you don't want to break any rules here or be too personal, but that is so lovely. Even that comment that she wanted Philip involved in such a beautiful moment.
Well, don't forget her favourite breed of dogs, corgis.
She's got 50 of them.
Corgis are very mischievous.
Right.
Of all the dogs to choose.
Yeah.
Very good
she
point.
likes Australians too because we also are cheeky. And can you imagine if you're a royal? I mean, people treat you like you're made out of porcelain. Can you imagine the platitudes and the piffle and the oleaginous oozing and sycophancy? And to have, Aussies who just sort of don't stand on ceremony.
And you were none of those.
Call it as it is. It must be quite a relief.
Oleaginous oozing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a
That's very good.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Charles. He's now the king. Camilla, the Queen Consort. You know them well. What sort of?
Well, I know them, not like bosom buddies or anything. They're friends.
But what sort of king and queen consort do you expect them to be?
Well, first of all, what I love about King Charles, if we can get used to saying that, is that this is a man of great passion and strong politics. And he was, long before it was fashionable, he was campaigning about the environment.
Yeah.
And putting up with all that mockery. He was pilloried, he was parodied, all of that.
His Aston Martin apparently takes white wine. His 50-year-old
right?
Aston Martin. I was reading about it today.
Or Cardigan.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So I hope that he keeps that up. In fact, about 55% of the British population in the latest research show that they think he should be able to air his views, which is not normally what monarchs are supposed to do. But we need him to be championing our planet.
But do you feel like he's tired at the moment? Is it exhausting for him? Do you think all of this?
Oh, he's 73. I mean, he should be. This is just the time he should be taking up some gardening at Highgrove
And golf. Who
But
knows?
his secret weapon, of course, is Camilla, because she is.
absolutely.
I mean, the one thing you need to do is keep your sense of humour in that kind of job, and she does not suffer from an irony deficiency. And she's very open. Like, often I feel you have to do open heart surgery to know what's going on inside an upper class English person, because it's stiff up everything. And she's not like that. She's so candid and warm and witty and really easy to talk to. I always call her a closet Aussie or a clozoz. Yeah. So I think that she will definitely be his secret weapon and keep him sane and make him keep seeing the funny side of things.
Yeah, I mean, you can't compare anyone to the Queen, but if you had to say that Camilla's values, that she really does mirror the Queen. I mean, there's this protocol in the royals where you just keep calm and carry on. You don't complain about things that happen to you. Well, some of the royals have broken that protocol many times over the years, but I don't think Camilla ever has. I've got a real soft spot for her, and she might be coming into that, that second era that we talk about with women.
The glorious
Kathy.
second act. Well, also, she's a strong feminist, and we became friends through the Women of the World charity, which helps promotes education for women. Also, she's a very passionate campaigner against domestic violence, etc. So we have a lot of things in common. But also the Queen, in her own way, even though, of course, its hereditary title, was a feminist. Don't forget, in the 1950s, when she became the Queen, women couldn't be bank managers, they couldn't be train drivers. Winston Churchill said, how can she be a mother and the Queen? She's only a young girl. She was a 25-year-old mother of two. There was so much condescension around that. And don't forget, she also campaigned and changed, this is the Queen, primogeniture. So before, it used to be that if the daughter was born first, she was overlooked for the son to be the king. So she stopped that. So that's quite a feminist gesture.
Yep.
So
More than a gesture.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we girls stick together, Yes.
Amazing. 25-year-old mother of two, and the Queen.
Yeah.
You got a bit on there.
Well, she was a bit.
You got a bit going on.
Work-life balance is hard.
She did have hot and cold running nannies, but still,
Sure,
she was a kid and career juggler. In high heels and a tiara, and she didn't really put a step wrong.
No,
Not her whole life.
Yeah.
What about that?
And that crown's quite heavy physically.
Yeah.
Weighs about a kilo. She practiced before she became Queen.
Yes, exactly.
Lovely to see you, Kathy. Thank you so much.
so much.
I should have bought you some Vegemite sandwiches. You can't live on marmalade sandwiches,
today.
no.
Yeah.
We've got just the Pret a Manger ones have been sitting there for a while.
I'll bring you some Tim Tams next time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Lovely to
Thanks,
see you.
Kathy.